Aye, lads.
Chat, what's the best, like... Well, best is a bit of a loose question. How do I phrase this? If you were interested in purchasing an electric vehicle in the year 2022, what would be your options for non-millionaires? What are your options? Anybody that says Tesla is getting ignored. Imagine being an adult human and falling so fucking hard for marketing campaigns. Like, when are you gonna be an actual adult? Come on. You know Edit as a Tesla, right? Well, I mean, I actually don't know whether Teslas are good or not. I just know that anyone who's suggesting a Tesla definitely is exactly like me and doesn't know what they're talking about, so their answers can be ignored. They're just saying the only one that they know. It's also the only one I know. Like, it might, at the end of the day, Teslas might be good, for all I know. But anyone suggesting a Tesla also doesn't know. You own a Tesla and you went with it mainly because the charging station network was more developed. That seems like a perfectly good reason to me. Unironically, the Chevy Bolt SUV. Bro, I can't drive a Chevy in Scotland, man. I'll get fucking shot. Are you insane? Volvo is fine. Give me a Volvo car model, please. That's good. And affordable is also important. Volvo's shit? No, Volvo's a great car make, man. Volvo's tier 1 easy. Volvos are not cheap. Are they not? KekW, why are you seriously asking chat on what car to buy? I'm not asking chat what car to buy. I'm asking chat to help me out with my first Google search term. That's all. And if chat's saying my first Google search term is Volvo, then that's what it is. It be what it be. If you want the ultimate and swag e-vehicle, look at Charge. They do a Dodge Charger. Bro, Dodge Charger is the same as Chevy. If I drive one of those around Glasgow, again, I'll get shot, shoved in the fucking boot of the car, and then they'll drive around, like, they'll drive around the beach doing fucking skids with my dead fucking corpse in the back. I need to be driving a car that makes nobody want to rob me. There aren't any real car brands in Europe. But how is there not, man? I don't know much about cars, but I know that most European things of any kind are pretty much the best in the world. Like, in almost all industries. Especially cars. I mean, I don't know if it applies to cars, but it applies to most things. Burgers. Come on, man. That's a troll, right? Your counter argument to what I said was burgers. Can you say why you want an electric vehicle in 2022? Well, because buying petrol, buying gas, is an experience I never want to go through ever again. It makes you want to cry, bruv. Every time. It's horrific. Yeah, diesel is £2 per litre now in the UK. It's utter nonsense. $2 per litre in Canada as well. Yeah, but bruv, what's a dollar, man? Fucking monopoly money. A dollar is so, like, just absolute scuffed. But it is what it is. What is a litre? It's kind of basic knowledge, but I've got to be honest, I don't know how to convert a litre to a gallon or whatever. 1 litre in gallons. Okay, it looks like it's about one gallon is about 4 litres. Okay, so diesel is about $10 per gallon, if my mathematics are correct, in Scotland. My mathematics may be incorrect, because that is a conversion I've never done in my life. Don't you guys have bikes? Yeah, we have bikes, man. But we also live in countries that are bigger than, like, 2 square miles. So there's places to go, man. We must go on unbikeable expeditions. Square miles? Bro, I don't even know what square miles means. I just know it's a thing, you know? I was trying to fit in, and you fucking exposed me. Weak legs, can't bike. Dude, cycling is not a means of travel. It's a means of exercise. But if you're using a bike to travel, you're a fucking idiot. New all-time worst Crokeyz Twitch. Why are you traveling by bike? That's not a thing. It's a thing. It's not a thing, man. It's an exercise tool, not a travel tool. Hot Crokeyz takes that's not even a hot take, man. There are two main ways to travel. By foot and by car. Sometimes, on the odd occasion, you might need to take a plane. On the odd occasion, you might need to take a train. And on the very odd occasion, you might need to take a boat. But you never need to take a bike. There are distances you can walk, and any distance that you can't walk requires a car. There's no space in the middle there for bike. Walking and car overlap perfectly. There is no biking distance. A bike is faster walking. That's true, but it's not all about efficiency though. Like, length of time that the journey takes is not the only measurement. Otherwise, again, there would be no reason for a bike, because you would just fucking drive everywhere. You would just drive to the end of the street. Like, length of time of the journey is not the only thing that matters. I don't know, I stand by this, chat. It is what it is. I stand by it. How is the take getting more ridiculous? I said that doesn't apply. You're taking something that I said that is not true to be something that I'm saying is true. You're approaching this in an unfair way. I need to know. I challenge anyone to tell me a distance to be travelled that can be done by neither on foot nor by car. Like, reasonably. Because obviously all distances can be done pretty much by either. But where does the bike slot in? Where does it slot in? 5 kilometres? Bro, 5 kilometres is a perfectly fine distance to drive. Are you crazy? What the hell is wrong with driving 5 kilometres? Are you insane? If I had a 5 kilometre journey to take and you offered me foot, car, bike, I'm choosing car all day, every day, man. With not even a hint of regret. All day. What's my opinion on private jets? Like, completely unnecessary for 100% of people. I don't think anybody in the world can justify a private jet. What if it's 5 kilometres away? Dude, if your destination is 5 kilometres away, then go get your fucking car keys, man. You'll be there in like 10 minutes. This is insane, dude. You guys you have to be pretending. There's no way in hell that you're pretending that driving for 5 kilometres is a thing which cannot be done. Or let's say a thing that should not be done. Imagine walking 5k. Walking 5k is fine. Like, it's not the end of the world, but we're not talking about all the possible options. We're talking about the best possible option, and for a distance of 5 kilometres, the best possible option is car. Depends where you live. How does it depend where you live, man? If you live in a different country, 5 kilometres is still the same fucking distance. Oh my god, chat, you're triggering me. This level of pretending cannot stand. What's the boundary then? 3.5 kilometres? Once you go to 3.5 kilometres, it's not quite as cut and dry for me. I think it depends on the weather at that point. That is a fair walking distance. I think I would walk that sometimes and drive that sometimes. You'd get there faster by bike, so why not use it as transport? Dude, are you fucking stupid or what? If I'm on a time scale, I'll just take the goddamn car. Again, there's no reason to ever take a bike. If you're in a rush, car. If you'd like a leisurely jaunt, what? If you're not bothered either way, then how about, split it 50-50. Sometimes walk, sometimes drive. But never bike. There's just, bike is just, it's... As I said, my original point, it's a means to exercise, not a means to travel. How is... Honestly, guys, I've got to say, you know, sometimes when I give my takes on a subject, and sometimes you guys disagree, okay? But I can at least, you know, I can begin to understand the disagreements, even though we disagree. I cannot understand this whatsoever. I think anyone who uses a bike as a means of travel, I don't know. It's like, if that's the only means of travel you have, then that's fine. But if you have a choice between bike and car and you're using bike, you're a fucking idiot. Well, there's no justification over any distance. Traveling far, car. Traveling short distance, walk. There is no space on the spectrum for bike. There is no bike distance. There is only walk distance and car distance. Like, using a bike to travel would be a perfectly reasonable choice if you couldn't walk and or you didn't have a car. But if you have the ability to do all three, you will never choose bike. There's no reason to ever choose bike. Traffic, parking, gas. Listen, dumbass. If there's something stopping you from using a car, then you've not got it as a fucking choice, do you? So it doesn't apply to you, idiot. If you have a choice, and the choice is real, car or walk, never bike. This is insane, dude. I'm getting 100% trolled. And that's okay. This is a safe space for trolling. We accept it. You're getting trolled, I'm getting trolled. Still, nobody has given me a distance on which both walking and car are not applicable. Nobody. Not a single person has given me a distance. Going to the corner shop to pick something up before it closes. Then you walk, man. That's a walking distance. Big city, awful traffic. I think in a big city, though, isn't it better to just use, like, the public transport? Almost always too. Over a bike. Like, the very short distances you walk, and the larger distances you take, like, the underground or something, right? Again, there is simply no bike distance. I agree. In most like city centres, you don't want to be driving too much. But then I would say it's walk or public transport, right? Not walk or bike. It's walk or bike. No, but dude, if you're living in a large city, man, there are distances too far to bike. Like, reasonably, right? Of course, you can take your bike from one side of a city to another, but it's going to take you like fucking half an hour, man. When it could be 5 minutes on the subway. What do you mean so, dude? What so? Journey time is a important factor in your selection of your means of how you're going to take the journey on. What do you mean so? It's probably the single most important factor. Most of the time, anyway. So when bike is fastest, take bike. But bike is never fastest, man. That's what I'm saying. Bike is not ever fastest. It's always faster than walking. That's not true. On a medium distance, yes. Not on a short one, though. That taking a bike has other things involved in it other than just spinning the fucking pedals. There are situations, are distances where walking is faster than biking. Just say you're lazy and we're done. How am I lazy, dude? I'm advocating walking as a good means of travel. How does that mean I'm lazy? Surely the opposite. Honestly, chat. Streamer doesn't know how bikes work. Like, this is nonsense. I have asked you, what is a distance where biking is better than both walking and driving? And the most common answer is about 2 to 3 kilometers, right? Even in that incredibly small, like, window of distance, you could make a case for driving or walking there. You know, even in the end, even if I concede that biking is better for 2 to 3 kilometers, my initial take is still like 99% correct. This is why I'm finding it so crazy that you're so strongly disagreeing. I'm not backpedaling. If I had a 2 or 3 kilometer distance to travel, I would walk or drive. There's no backpedaling. Yes, because you're lazy. Bro, what are you talking about, man? How is cycling not lazy and walking is? That makes no sense. Driving leads to traffic? Maybe back in the day, man. But apparently now, everyone's just fucking cycling around. So I've got you dumbasses to thank for the fact that there is no such thing as traffic anymore. I'll, you know, as I'm driving past, I'll put my window down and I'll thank you for that. Hey, bikey boy. Thanks for cycling, bro. For me, sweet spot for bike is 5 to 10 kilometers. See, man, that's way too long. I'm not for a second suggesting that it is impossible to cycle 5 to 10 kilometers. Not for a second, but that is... We're not asking whether it's possible or not. We're asking what is the absolute best out of all options. What is the best form of travel for such a distance? And for that distance, it's car. It's car. If you're in a like very large inner city, it's public transport. It is not bike in any circumstances. I love how this whole conversation started from me saying I need to go get toilet paper, and it's been going on for like an hour. I already got the toilet paper. Okay, man, but the big question: how did you travel to the shop? What mode of transport did you use? I'm gonna guess you went by foot. I walked. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. A walker. Case closed, one guy walked. One sensible guy has chosen the perfect mode of transport for their particular journey. What's the distance, man? Alright, as accurately as possible, what is the distance that you travelled to collect your toilet paper? 250 metres, both ways 500 total. A beautiful walking distance. Young Oliver, joyous upon finally receiving his first bike and planning to use his new transportation to meet friends at the park, finds his dreams deferred when he realises his father has slashed the tyres. The weapon? Volvo keys lay at his feet. That's pretty funny. It's a good one. I couldn't finish that without laughing, chat. You got me. You got me good. Ecuador. Ecuador.